Imagine biting into a crisp, juicy apple. This apple is special. You grew it yourself. Starting an apple orchard is a joyful path. It connects you deeply to the good earth. It brings the freshest fruit right to your table. Growing apples is a truly rewarding experience. It is a gift that keeps on giving for years. You learn about the beautiful cycles of nature. Your orchard transforms into a peaceful sanctuary, a place where birds sing and bees buzz happily. This connection to the living world is precious. Freshly picked apples are packed full of goodness. You will have no worries about unknown sprays, just pure, wholesome fruit grown with your care. Homegrown apples taste far better. The flavor is richer, the crunch more satisfying. An orchard can also become a heart for your community. You can share your abundant harvest with others. Perhaps you might start a small, charming roadside stand. The simple joy of apples spreads so easily. Let us now explore how to begin this fruitful journey. Choosing the right apple trees is a very important first step. Not all apple tree varieties are created equal. Some apple trees tend to get sick quite easily. We want to choose strong, naturally healthy trees. It is wise to look for disease-resistant varieties. This will make your orcharding job much easier. You will have fewer worries and more beautiful fruit. Healthy trees are the foundation of a thriving orchard. What exactly are these disease-resistant apple varieties? Think of wonderful apples like Liberty, Enterprise, or Gold Rush. These types of apples naturally fight off common tree problems. This means you will need to spray much less, or perhaps not at all. Working with nature's strengths is always the best way. You must also consider your local climate conditions. Some apple varieties prefer long, cold winters to thrive. Other apple types do better in milder weather patterns. Matching the tree to the climate is essential. This planning ensures your orchard brings you lasting joy. Apple trees often need good friends to help them make fruit. This fascinating natural process is called cross-pollination. Most types of apple trees cannot pollinate themselves effectively. They require pollen from a different, compatible apple variety. Without this vital exchange, you will get very few or no apples. Understanding this dance of nature is key to a bountiful harvest. Bees are the main, hardworking helpers in this process. They diligently fly from one apple blossom to another. As they search for nectar, they carry pollen on their fuzzy bodies. Once fertilized, the apple blossoms begin to develop into tiny fruits. So it is very clear that we need happy, healthy bees in our orchards. To ensure good pollination, you need at least 2 different apple varieties. It is very important to make sure they bloom at the same time. Some apple varieties will bloom early in the spring season. Others will flower in the middle of the season, or even late. Always check the specific bloom times before you purchase your trees. Plant your chosen pollinator trees reasonably close to each other. The closer they are, the easier it is for the bees to do their work. Apple trees absolutely love sunshine. They thrive in it. They need at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight each day. Full sun helps the delicious fruit to ripen properly. It also plays a big role in helping to prevent tree diseases. Morning sun is especially beneficial for apple trees. It helps to dry the dew off the leaves quickly. This reduces the chances of fungal problems developing. Good, healthy soil is also very important for your trees. Apple trees prefer soil that is well drained. They do not like to have wet feet for long periods. If water sits around their roots, the roots can begin to rot. Loamy soil is often considered ideal for growing apples. This type of soil holds adequate moisture but also drains well. It provides a good balance for healthy root growth. It is a wise practice to test your soil before you plant. You can easily get a soil test kit from a garden center. This test will tell you about the soil's pH level. Apple trees generally like a slightly acidic soil pH. A pH range of around 6.0 to 7.0 is usually best. Section 5. Getting your hands dirty. The art of planting apple trees. Planting time for your new apple trees is truly exciting. Early spring is usually the very best time to plant. Alternatively, you can also plant in the fall in many regions. This choice often depends on your specific local climate. Bare root trees should be planted while they are still dormant. Container-grown trees offer a bit more flexibility in planting time. Whichever you choose, handle the young trees with gentle care. When you are ready to plant, dig a wide hole for your tree. Make the hole at least twice as wide as the tree's root system. However, be careful not to make the hole too deep. The graft union must always stay above the final soil line. This graft union is a very important part of the tree. It is where the fruit-bearing scion joins the rootstock. You can usually see it as a slight bump near the base of the trunk. Gently spread out the tree's roots within the prepared hole. Do not allow the roots to circle around inside the hole. If they are circling, gently tease them apart or make a few vertical cuts. Backfill the hole using the original soil you removed. Water the newly planted tree very well after planting. Section 6. Nurturing young life. Watering and mulching essentials. Young apple trees require consistent and adequate water. This is especially true during their first few formative years. Their root systems are still developing and spreading. It is best to water them deeply once or twice a week. This encourages deeper root growth, which is beneficial. Deep watering is much better than light, frequent sprinklings. Always check the soil moisture before you decide to water. You can do this by digging down a few inches with your finger. A general guideline is about 1 inch of water per week. This total amount includes any rainfall that you receive. During periods of hot, dry weather, they will naturally need more water. It is important to let the soil dry out slightly between waterings. This helps to prevent problems like root rot from developing. Overwatering can be just as harmful as underwatering. Mulch is truly a young apple tree's very best friend. A generous layer of organic mulch provides many benefits. Materials like wood chips, straw, or well-rotted compost work wonderfully. Mulch helps to keep the soil consistently moist for longer. Section 7. Guardians of the Grove Natural Pest Management Strategies. Pests will undoubtedly visit your growing apple orchard. This is a completely natural part of any ecosystem, but we can learn to manage them wisely and gently. Our main goal is to avoid using harsh chemical sprays. Healthy soil and strong, healthy trees are always your first line of defense. Trees that are vigorous and well-nourished are better able to resist pests. Building health from the ground up is a core principle. This holistic approach creates a resilient orchard. Some common apple pests include the troublesome codling moth. Apple maggots can also be a significant problem for growers. Tiny aphids can sometimes appear on new growth. It is very important to learn to identify these common pests. You should also understand their basic life cycles. This knowledge helps you choose the most effective control methods. Timing your interventions is often the key to success. We should always try to use organic methods to manage orchard pests. Sprays made from kaolin clay can act as a barrier. Beneficial insects like ladybugs are great allies. They eat aphids. Good orchard sanitation is also absolutely vital for pest control. Section 8. Beyond the first harvest, long-term orchard planning. Your apple orchard is truly a long-term rewarding project. It is wise to think beyond just the first few years of growth. What are your ultimate goals for this beautiful orchard? Is it primarily for your family's use and enjoyment, or do you perhaps plan to sell your delicious apples? Your specific goals will help to shape many of your decisions. Clarity of purpose guides effective planning for the future. If you have plans to sell your apples, do some market research. Think about who will buy your wonderful fresh apples. Will it be local farmers markets, nearby restaurants, or direct sales from your orchard? What particular apple varieties are currently in demand in your area? Take the time to understand your local market conditions. This valuable information helps you plan your planting strategy. Growing what people want to buy makes good business sense. It ensures your efforts are well rewarded. A simple business plan can be incredibly helpful. It helps you to keep track of your expenses accurately. Section 9. Conclusion. A future filled with fruit and fulfillment. Starting your own apple orchard is a wonderful journey. It certainly takes a good measure of patience and dedicated care, but the rewards you will receive are truly immense. The taste of your very own, homegrown apples is simply unbeatable. The deep connection you forge with nature is profound. You are growing so much more than just delicious fruit. You are cultivating life, health, and happiness. This endeavor enriches your life in countless ways. Imagine your mature orchard a few years from now. See the strong trees laden with beautiful, colorful apples. Feel the crisp, sweet air of autumn during harvest time. Picture yourself sharing your abundant bounty with family and friends. This inspiring vision can absolutely become your reality. Each passing season will bring new lessons and insights. Each successful harvest will bring a deep sense of satisfaction. An apple orchard can also be a profitable venture. The demand for fresh, local, and organically grown fruit is steadily growing. Your small orchard can provide a welcome source of income. Your apple orchard dream is waiting for you to begin.